Hey folks, thought I would make a quick video tonight and show you some records that I picked up while I was out this afternoon. A cold day in Louisville, Kentucky, and especially once the sun started going down. But I picked up some records out on Preston Highway, went out there to the BME Book and Music Exchange, and they don't have much. They've got about 4 boxes that I guess they refill them every so often, and so I stop in there every so often, and they've got them pretty cheap, and if you buy so many, you get so much knocked off. So anyway, so most of these records were about $2, something like that. And I'm just going to go through them. Got some good stuff today. It did look like to me that they had just put out some new stuff. So the first one I picked up may have been a miss, but I made it for all the right reasons. So it's first album up is Herbie Hancock, Light Me Up. And I'm a big Herbie Hancock fan. So anytime I see his name on an album, I think about picking it up. This album came out on CBS in '82, so I wasn't sure, was it like the fusion stuff that he was doing back in the early '70s, like the Headhunters, or was it more like Rocket? And it turns out it's pretty much neither. It's kind of a pop album, which is a little weird. But, you know, I'll take a chance on Herbie Hancock any day. Great musician. And so I picked that up. Well, I guess I should. Got time. Let's look at it. So it does have the original inner sleeve. Lyrics. Musical credits. Of course, it's on CBS. Look pretty good. And then I picked up, I rarely see this artist in any kind of thrift situation, but Bob Dylan, Desire. The album cover's not that bad. The vinyl looks good. And this was a 75 record, 1975, on CBS. And so we got great inner sleeve. And yeah, so I'm thrilled anytime I can find some Bob for a reasonable price. And or more, in that case, more than reasonable. Next up, Alvin Lee, Detroit Diesel. And I don't know much about Alvin Lee, except I know he did an album with Mile and Lefevre back in the day. This is a 1986 record. Kind of a plain back, but does have a liner note. That's kind of cool. It says by Jasmine Lee Barnes, age 10. And so, nice drawing. It's kind of cool. I like that. And then on 21 Records. Never seen that label before. Next up, April Wine. This is a band that kind of came to my attention watching channels like Scott Waters and Blackmore Rules, a Canadian I guess, hard rock band. The album's called First Glance, kind of a plain back. Does have an original inner sleeve. For some reason, the record's not in it. I did pull the record out when I looked, it was there, and it vinyl looks good. It's on Capitol. So I was real pleased with finding some more April Wine. Don't have a whole lot of their stuff. I got a few albums. This might be my second April Wine album. I've got maybe about 3 CDs by them, and I like everything I've heard by them. But I'm glad to know, with a name like April Wine, I don't know that I would have ever tried this band if it hadn't been for guys like Scott and Greg the Egg over at Blackmore Rules. So glad they talk up April Wine so I didn't miss out. And April Wine just, I don't know, it just doesn't sound like a hard rocking band to me, but man, they're awesome. So next up, Boston, Third Stage. Probably everybody's familiar with this album and what it looks like. But I've got some Boston on CD. This is my first Boston album on vinyl. It's a little dusty, but I think I can get that cleaned up. Custom centering's cool. And it does have an inner sleeve. And again, I don't know why the record's not in it. Do like, I don't know. I guess I'm just a nerd. I kind of like the outer space, spaceship type rock albums. Like that kind of cover artwork. Not particularly crazy about the cover on the front of this. It's kind of plain to me, but boy, I love this band. Foreigner. I guess this is self-titled. It's got some great songs on it. Feels Like the First Time, Cold as Ice. Yeah. On the Atlantic. So if there's a original inner sleeve, that isn't it, I don't think. I don't see any other insert in it, but that's okay. Love some Foreigner. Oh, what a classic. Heart, Dreamboat Annie. Can't say enough about the Wilson sisters. On Capitol. Yeah. Love Heart. I heart. Glad to pick that up. Now this one is a bargain because it's a 2 LP set. Grand Funk Railroad. What is that? Caught in the Act. Now I'm not familiar with this album at all. I did notice that it has does have the last song on the 4 sides, Give Me Shelter, which is the Rolling Stone song. Okay, so it's on it does have a custom label. It came out on Capitol Records. It's a gatefold. So I guess that's, let's see here. Yeah, it's Mick Jagger and Keith Richards. So they do a cover of Give Me Shelter on here. Yeah. Love some Grand Funk Railroad. Well, let's try that again. Love some Grand Funk Railroad. Uh, and especially got into this band after Mark Farner cut a couple albums in the Christian rock field. And then this last one just shows you what a nerd I am. This one I paid a few bucks more for, but it was worth it. And man, the Incredible Hulk. Now I'm not for sure, but that looks to me to be a Neil Adams cover, but I don't know that for sure. I've spent time looking it up, trying to find out. But to me, it looks like Neil Adams. A lot of the artwork done on Peter Pan and the, I guess it's the Power imprint, looks like it was drawn by Neil Adams. I'd like to find out more information about that, but I've been struggling. I've really tried to, and this isn't the first time I've tried to look it up. Look at this. Look at this custom centering for the Hulk, the Incredible Hulk. Isn't that cool? So, yeah, I'm a big fan of Neil Adams. He was a famous, he's a famous comic illustrator. Was doing Batman back when I first got into comics, back in the 70s. I've got some stuff. I'll do a video one day on Neil Adams because I got to meet him once and get some stuff signed. A lot of that hangs on my wall, and I'll do a video on my Neil Adams stuff. And but that's what that looks like to me. It looks to me like he did a number of covers, because I've also got I think I've got a Star Trek, and it seems like something else that was kind of oddball, and it all looked like Neil Adams work to me, but I could be wrong. So anyway, that's what I picked up today, and I'm going to go ahead and edit this and put it up, and hope you enjoy it. And have a great weekend, folks.